We all know Charles Barkley, don't we? He's the bare-looking, gentle soul that everyone just wants to be around and would never do you harm. That's the Charles Barkley we're talking about, right?
Barkley on the recovery, stopped by Ewing, and then put on the floor by Oakley, and Barkley goes at Oakley. Oakley missed with a swing. Barkley tried to go back at him.
Mahorn hard to the basket, jams it and is fouled. Now he and Lambier start shoving each other. And now Barkley gets into it, and he and Lambier. And now there are some punches thrown. Now we got not a little melee, a big melee.
Charles himself had said he does not know exact number of times he was arrested.
I've been arrested, I think, 4 times for hitting fans. What's a guy in Indiana sitting right behind the bench? We were losing by 35, and he kept talking to me. And I said, yo, man, you're up by 35. You better leave me alone. He kept talking. I said, dude, you keep talking, I'm going to clock you. He kept talking. I clocked him. I was wrong.
That one somehow.
But in this video, I will tell you about 4 of the craziest situations that I was able to find out about when Charles Barkley was arrested. Make sure to watch because of a few of these are literally hilarious. Also, I would appreciate your support so I can keep making these videos for you. Please subscribe and like the video. Thank you. Now let's start. In 1997, Charles Barkley was a member of the Houston Rockets. One evening before an exhibition game, Charles decided to go to a bar with a few friends. Clyde Drexler, another member of the Rockets at the time, was in the bar with Barkley as well. Charles arrived at the bar at 11 p.m. and was enjoying himself with his friends while also signing autographs. At approximately 2 a.m., while Barkley was relaxing and signing autographs for fans, George Lugo, a 20-year-old construction worker, and another person with him began harassing Barkley's group. Karen Carrington, who was in Barkley's group, said Barkley tried to avoid confrontation with them as Lugo shouted curses and threw a cup of ice. Carrington said she started to confront Lugo, but Barkley persuaded her to ignore him. But when Lugo threw a glass, hitting Carrington in the jaw and knocking her off their chair, Barkley got angry. Charles Barkley got up from his seat and went after George Lugo. Officer Williams spotted Lugo running toward the front door with Barkley in pursuit. The officer grabbed Lugo with Barkley tugging at Lugo's arm. The officer said he told Barkley, "Charles, I will handle this. Let go." "Charles, let me take care of this." Barkley responded, "I will not hurt him. I just want to talk to him." When the officer released his grip on Lugo to radio for assistance, Barkley grabbed Lugo, lifted him above his head, and threw Lugo through a plate glass window. Barkley then taunted Lugo twice. The first time, Barkley told Lugo, "You got what you deserve. You don't respect me. I hope you're hurt." The police report said officers pulled Barkley away, but he stepped back and said, "For all I care, you can lay there and die." Charles Barkley was placed under arrest and charged with aggravated battery and resisting arrest without violence. He walked out of the Orange County Jail at 7:15 a.m. Sunday morning, having been released on $6,000 bond, which was paid by his teammate Clyde Drexler. Clyde Drexler said afterwards, "Barkley was certainly provoked, no question about that." Barkley told reporters afterwards, "What the police said happened. What he did was inappropriate. I'm always a target, but I'll never back down. The public does not have a right to do things to you. I'm going to defend myself. Let there be no debate. If you bother me, I'm going to whip your ass." Lugo, a construction laborer, was released from Orlando Regional Medical Center after treatment for minor cuts to his right arm. Lugo's attorney said his client, who is 5 foot 2 inches tall and 110 pounds, denies the claims and has witnesses to corroborate his version of events. The police report said 5 witnesses, including a bar employee, said they saw Lugo throw the glass at Barkley, hitting the woman in the face. Again, Lugo's attorney said he was experiencing serious head pain at the time and taking medication. All of a sudden, he found himself being chased and hunted and being literally picked up and thrown through a window like a sack of potatoes. In court, Charles Barkley was asked by the judge if he had any regrets. Barkley replied to that, "Yeah, I regret we were on the first floor." Barkley was found guilty of disorderly conduct. He had to pay a $320 fine and make 2 community service visits to children's programs. He reached an out-of-court settlement with Lugo, an illegal immigrant who had previously arrested 10 times. After he got his settlement, Lugo hightailed it out of town and have never been seen again. That wasn't Charles Barkley's only problem with the law. On December 22, 1991, while a member of the Philadelphia 76ers, he was arrested in Milwaukee after an incident that followed a game against the Bucks. According to the police report, Barkley was arrested after he broke a man's nose during an altercation. Police said Barkley and a female friend were leaving a downtown bar when he was confronted by James R. McCarthy, a 25-year-old Milwaukee student, and 3 of his friends at 2:30 a.m. at a nearby parking lot. Barkley told police he was taunted by McCarthy's group and that one of the members said, "You're so tough on the court. Show me how tough you are." Barkley hit the guy in the face as hard as he could. It took 2 bouncers to quell the initial disturbance and ultimately escort Barkley to his friend's car. "I was improvising. I'm like the Marines," said Barkley. He then did his best impression of the Karate Kid. "I said, 'Wipe on, wipe off,' and 2 guys backed off. Then one fool standing right there. And I hit him as hard as I could. I broke his nose. No shirt, no shoes, no problem." Barkley had a trial regarding the Milwaukee incident. He was found not guilty of all charges. Another brush with the law for Charles Barkley happened in Arizona after he was arrested on New Year's Eve 2008 for drunk driving. After being pulled over, police asked him if he had been drinking. He told police, "Yes, I have." When asked how much, he replied, "A couple drinks." I could give you a bullshit answer, but I didn't. When asked why he was driving so fast, Barkley said he was racing to get a blowjob. He commented that he had received one from the same woman a week earlier and it was the best oral sex he's ever had. He also told the officer that if he could get him out of the DUI, he would tattoo his name on his ass. He was arrested again for drunk driving 4 months later in March 2009 and served a 3-day jail sentence in Maricopa County, Arizona Sheriff's Tent City. Charles Barkley said afterwards that being arrested and sentenced to jail time was good for him. "It taught me a valuable lesson. Hundreds and hundreds of times I've driven after having some drinks. I thank God I didn't kill anybody. If that hadn't happened, it wouldn't have taught me a valuable lesson. Sometimes when you screw up, it can be a good thing. I had never thought about killing anybody. Until you get a DUI, you never think about it. I mean, the hypocrisy of all of it. We serve alcohol at all these sporting events. How do you think these people are getting home? People want to criticize me because I screwed up. But they are drinking and then driving home. So don't get on the high horse about me. But for me personally, I realized, wow, I could have killed somebody. Like I said, you never think about it until you get a DUI. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
I was walking down the street one day in Orlando by a bar, and a guy come crashing through a window, and you threw his ass out the bar.